the entire world wants the Patriots to lose, and they're probably going to win.
True. That is so true. Maine, they don't give a toots. Like all of New England, it's like once you reach a certain point in New Hampshire, like they stop caring.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
And because the rest is woodlands, and they don't really care up there. All they care about is surviving.
I mean, isn't their motto "Live free or die"?
Yes, it is.
Yeah. When you're worried about live free or die, what happens with Tom Brady is kind of irrelevant.
Up there, they care about snow totals and if they can make it, and what if they can go hiking that day.
I tell you what, the Giant Eagle up in Vermont does great business because they have legit reasons to get toilet paper and milk and bread.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
The Giant Eagle down there in Vermont and that. What's going on, everybody? Welcome to another episode of the Donut Bag, part of the Pod Hub Network. In this episode, I welcome back Amanda Narcisi from Bold Pittsburgh, and we talk about the best places to go for Valentine's Day. But first, we need to make our picks for dollars to donuts, since we didn't do that last night because we were so enthralled in our pizza discussion. So far, I'm doing pretty well. I'm 7-1 in picks. I got both picks right on the Super Bowl, and Coach didn't, so he's only 5-3. So for this weekend, we'll start with our guest, who is Uncle Yinzer. He's saying take Pitt over NC State, take the Pens over Tampa Bay, and in the Alliance of American Football, take the Arizona Hotshots over the Salt Lake Stallions. What? I know the football is starting, but that's just so weird. Anyway, Coach Warzoo, his picks are take Dayton, take the under in Houston versus Cincinnati, and take the under in Tennessee and Florida. My picks are take BYU, giving -12 against Pacific. Take USC, they're -5.5 at over Colorado, and take in Louisville versus Florida State. Louisville is +3, so take them. And I got a bonus. Take the under in that. It's under 145. All right, the donut bag starts right now. Okay, now for a segment where we talk about the best of things, and this time it's a local Pittsburgh thing, and since Valentine's Day is around the corner, we're going to talk about the best places to go for Valentine's Day in Pittsburgh. And with me to talk about that is Amanda Narcisi from Bold Pittsburgh. She is AL Narcisi on Twitter. How are you? Welcome back.
I'm great. I survived Snowmageddon 2019.
Oh yeah. We had the weather people predicted 5 feet of snow, somewhere between 1 inch and 5 feet, and on Saturday we got nothing. And did you notice a lot of things got shut down on Saturday?
Yes. Like everybody was either sent home early or they like closed early. Even places that were typically open till like 2 a.m, they were like sending people home at midnight because they were like, freezing rain is starting at 1 a.m. Get home now. Yeah. Like shuttering the like windows.
Yeah, and then people want to like beat up the meteorologists.
Huh. And you know, it is so hard to do that job. It really is. So I feel for them. I really do.
It is hard. I mean, they're trying to predict the future, but they are not. It's not necessarily them, but the stations they work for. The commercials for every weather, all the weather people are. We have the greatest meteorologists with Accutron 9000. We can predict everything. So you know what? Maybe lay off on the bragging, since you actually just. I mean, and they all blew it. They all said the same thing, that we're going to get a lot of snow, and they all blew it. So, it wasn't just one person.
That is true, and the whole conspiracy that they're in with like the giant eagle that for bread, milk, and toilet paper.
I was totally gonna tweet that, like, good job, Giant Eagle. You made a lot of money this weekend.
I totally did it on Friday afternoon. I sent the spouse and I said, "Here, go do it now, because on Sunday we're not leaving the house." So I totally did it myself, but I typically do grocery shopping on Friday, and I usually buy enough to get me through to at least the following Friday.
I love the concept that you need to get milk, bread, and toilet paper because snow's coming, as if you're going to be stuck in the house all week or 2 weeks or something like that. When it snows, they shovel it within a few hours. The most you're out is a day.
Not only that, now towns have ordinances. Like where I live, and if my sidewalk's not clean in 30 minutes, I can get a citation.
Oh, you have to shovel your own. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, like my sidewalk has to be clean like within 30 minutes after the snow stops, or I can receive like a little fine from the borough.
Wow.
Yeah, like it's seriously like, and it's that way in a couple different boroughs that I've lived in, that it's the same thing. Like if your walk is not clear and the post office guy can't get up your stairs, like you could have some problems.
You know what I saw a lot of today? A lot of people shoveling the snow back onto the road, which has to be a big no-no.
I always laugh.
Not be allowed to do that.
I had a guy last year, like the sidewalk across my street where my car is parked is private property, and he came up with a snowblower and blew the snow onto my car.
Oh.
And I was like, "Are you a special type of jagoff?" Like, I literally went out there and I was like, "Is there just something wrong with you?" Like,
that deserves a flaming bag of poop on their doorstep.
I was like, "You are just a straight jagoff at this point."
That's a total jagoff move right there.
So now at this point, anytime I can, I just shove my like snow onto his sidewalk. Like,
on most snowblowers, you could adjust where the snow goes. You could turn the thing to where it goes. So yeah, that's just like that dude's like, oh, it's gonna end up on that car, and I don't care.
So the funniest thing is that the private property is woods. Like there's not even a house there. So literally, you'd be blowing the snow into the woods where only deer, foxes, and like squirrels roam. Like, he wouldn't be even affecting anybody else. Like, all right.
Anyway, so now that we had our own explosion.
Explosion of snow.
So Valentine's Day is coming up, and this segment is purely for my just personal thing, because I have no idea where to take the wife. So please give me some ideas.
So I kind of broke this down as in like really, really affordable and a lot of fun and easy to super expensive.
Good, because I'm cheap.
I am too.
I'm on the really, really affordable part. Oh my god. Okay, sorry. I'm watching the football game, and they just intercepted Brady in the end zone. Okay, never mind.
Oh my god, I just saw that too. I'm on it too. So okay, great. I want New England out of there.
The entire world hates the Patriots except for like Connecticut, Massachusetts, New Hampshire, and Vermont. That's it. The entire world wants the Patriots to lose, and they're probably going to win.
True. That is so true. Maine, they don't give a toots. Like all of New England, it's like once you reach a certain point in New Hampshire, like they stop caring.
Oh yeah. Oh okay.
And because the rest is woodlands, and they don't really care up there. All they care about is surviving.
I mean, isn't their motto "Live free or die"?
Yes, it is. Yeah.
When you're worried about live free or die, what happens with Tom Brady is kind of irrelevant.
Up there, they care about snow totals and if they can make it, and what if they can go hiking that
I
day.
tell you what, the Giant Eagle up in Vermont does great business because they have legit reasons to get toilet paper and milk and bread.
That's so funny. Yeah, that's true. That is true.
The Giant Eagle down there in Vermont and that.
All right. So Valentine's Day, back to heating up this snowmageddon. All right. So I had ideas. So I did name some specific places to take the significant other, but more like ideas of what to do.
Okay.
So, number 5, super inexpensive, can be done for under like $100. And I only say that because one part's gotten really expensive over the years, is dinner and a movie.
Oh, yeah.
So this dates back to my high school life when I grew up in Bellevue. Okay. So when I grew up in the 80s and 90s in Bellevue, you could literally walk. Didn't matter that the snow total came. You could walk to Luigi's for a slice of pizza and a movie for $5. And literally that was a great Valentine's Day. And of course we didn't have licenses, so that was like perfect.
Where's Luigi's?
Luigi's is in Bellevue still to this day. He moved. He was on the corner across from what used to be the Blockbuster. I'm getting very Yinzer now at this point. It is now like a froyo place. He is now down a few more blocks past the Lincoln Bakery.
Okay.
So, but he used to be on the corner, like right past the YMCA, on Lincoln Avenue. And then what is now the Family Dollar used to be a movie theater. So, like, you could literally pay $5 and watch a movie. And it was, like, newer movies, like, new releases. So, like, being a teenager, and I grew up the next borough over, I would hop on a bus, come up, meet people, and go to dinner and a movie. And it was, like, $20, if even that.
I have a teenage daughter, and there's no way in hell I would tell her to get on a bus.
Yeah, back then it was very different. It was the 90s. Like, literally nothing happened. Like, it was hilarious. Like, it's so funny, not to go off on a tangent, but it really was a different time. Like,
yeah.
At 16 years old, I worked at the McDonald's on 65, Ohio River Boulevard. And no joke, I used to take a bus. My school bus would drop me off at Avalon Loop. I would pick up a PAT bus and ride it up to the Coons and then walk down the hill to go to work every day.
Whoa.
Because that's like, I was 16 and I had to go to work. Like, that was my thing, is I would turn 16, I'm going to get a job. So literally, but back then nothing happened. Like, you could do that as much as possible, and like the amount of you getting stolen or something was like not going to happen. Nowadays, no, I'm the same way. Like, my teenage daughter would not be on a like a trolley at all.
Yeah.
Not without some type of tracker on her.
I know.
But I kind of narrowed this down a little bit. So these are a little bit more fun restaurants, and then you can follow it with a ton of buttery popcorn. So these are located in North Hills, South Hills, Robinson, and Monroeville, where a lot of movie theaters are. So the 3 top movie choices I have for Valentine's Day are Isn't It Romantic with Rebel Wilson, What Men Want, which is so funny because they made a Mel Gibson movie of that. Like,
I remember that, yeah.
Late 90s, right? Where he like got struck by lightning and then he could hear women's thoughts.
Yeah. It's
the same thing, but this time it's a woman. She can hear what men are thinking. So it's kind of like a same concept. And then the Lego Movie 2 will be out. So I love the Lego movies. And if this was my Valentine's Day date, I'd be all about seeing the Lego Movie.
I only saw the first Lego Movie. I haven't seen any of the other ones, but that was one of my favorite movies ever. That was so well done.
It was amazing. Like, it was actually had like a plot, and you could follow it and like